Alright, so today we're gonna talk about household expenses. I'm gonna share with you a breakdown of my own household expenses as a DINK couple, dual income, no kids. So just a quick disclaimer, this list is not going to include personal expenses that both of us have individually before we got married. For example, our personal insurance, we're still paying individually. Certain things like recreational stuff, like for example, me buying my Pokemon cards, of course that one I pay individually. Certain other expenses like us buying gifts for each other, all this is not included. This is just household expenses. Start off with the most basic, food and groceries. We spend roughly about $380 on groceries and household stuff like toilet paper, like washing detergent, groceries like butter, coffee powder and stuff like that. We rarely cook, so we don't really buy groceries like vegetables and chicken and meat and stuff like that. That being said, that means we mostly tapao or we eat out because we are both busy with work, so most of the time we just eat out or tapao, and on average we spend about $840 on food, either buying back from the hawker center or eating at the nearby mall. Then of course, once in a while we will go out for a nice dinner or we will treat friends to dinner because of their birthday and stuff like that. So that is roughly on average $300 a month. Of course, some months more than others, and especially for this particular year, we actually spend quite a lot of money on weddings. So I'm not going to include that because that is not exactly normal. Transport and entertainment. So these days, right, our entertainment is just mostly hanging out at home. Sometimes we still go out and hang out with friends, and sometimes like we hang out late, so we grab home and stuff like that. So total transport and entertainment every month, I would say roughly we spend about $340. Electricity. So roughly electricity we spend about $100 a month. It actually varies. It can be as low as $60 plus and as high as about $110. But thankfully, because we have the U-Save vouchers by the government, actually net we pay a lot lesser than $100 a month, but I'm just gonna count it as $100 a month. Water and gas, estimate about $20 per month, but frankly, we haven't paid a single cent for water and gas for a very long time because of the U-Save vouchers. We don't really cook, so our gas is usually zero. Water is not really a very big expense also. Because of the U-Save vouchers, right, we don't really spend any money at all on water and gas, but I'm just gonna put that as $20 because without the U-Save vouchers, that is what it's going to cost. We spend about $25.98 per month on Netflix and $13.33 a month on Disney Plus, which is paid annually. Frankly speaking, I barely use Netflix or Disney Plus, but my wife uses it. So okay, now let's talk about some housing related stuff. So mortgage, we pay roughly about 1.275k on our mortgage because in the beginning we actually paid down quite a lot of our house using our cash and CPF at that time, so our mortgage is relatively lower. Is that a smart thing to do? Is that a wise thing to do, to actually pay up more of your house than required upfront? This is a topic for another day. For me, the mindset at that time was that, actually we have quite a decent bit of savings in terms of cash and CPF because we thought housing was very expensive, so we really saved like mad at that time, and I guess we oversaved, so we have quite a lot of surplus. So we decided to actually pay down more so that the monthly mortgage can be very low, especially for me, right? I'm self-employed. I don't really know when my income is going to go up a lot or go down a lot. So in order to kind of have a bit more of a peace of mind, to have a very low mortgage, we actually paid up quite a lot of the house upfront so that our mortgage can be very low. So in case of certain downturns in career or life, we wouldn't be that stressed. That's the concept. But whether you should do that or not really depends on your situation. Another topic for another day. Roughly, both of us pay about $27.77 on HPS, Home Protection Scheme, which is compulsory if you are using CPF to pay for your mortgage. Home Protection Scheme is basically a mortgage reducing insurance that is provided by the CPF board that helps you in case of death or total permanent disability to help you pay off the mortgage. More about HPS in another video. And home and fire insurance. Fire insurance is compulsory if you are taking a HDB loan, but it's like insanely cheap. So home and fire insurance add together, we are paying about roughly $6.70 per month, but this was all paid up front for 5-year premium when we first bought our HDB. Town council fees. So being in a HDB, actually we do get certain months that we don't get charged town council fees because the government subsidized, and there are certain months that we get charged only half the town council fees. But then I'm just gonna count as I pay the full town council fee lah, which is estimate about $53.80 per month. And property tax, we pay roughly about $11 per month. I forgot to say, we also have Wi-Fi at about $53 a month. So add that to the the total later. And one last thing, so this one is a relatively recent addition. It's basically a cat. So our cat costs us roughly about $161.96 per month. That is for his food, cleaning, litter, and all the random stuff that comes with a cat lah. You know, like vet. Actually haven't even count vet bills. But okay lah, without vet bills, roughly about 161.96. This little bugger here costs us about $161 per month. But he's quite worth it because he's very cute and he gives us a lot of joy when he isn't being a monster like he is trying to be right now, trying to destroy my Pokemon cards. Okay, that's about it. That is my household expenses in a nutshell. Let's add them up, okay? Total, our monthly household expenses is about $3,444.80, plus minus a few $100s lah, because you know some months you spend a bit more because got more people birthday or stuff like that, and some months you spend a bit less. So roughly about $3,444.80 for DINKs, you know. So this doesn't include certain things like holidays and stuff like this. It's just like the basic monthly expenses that everybody needs. Maybe times are bad, then we don't go on holiday lor. That's basically my household expense. Let me know if you have any comments. What is your household expenses? I know that I have some friends, he has freaking 4 kids. Pretty sure his household expenses is a good like 4 or 5 times more than mine, because like kids enrichment and baby powder, helper, and then like the nanny, and then you know like there's like a lot of expenses that got to do with raising your kids well lah. So for us, we don't really have kids, so our expenses can be kept relatively flexible. Yeah, so even though we spend about $3,000 plus a month as a so-called basic expense, but if say we really wanted to save more money, invest more money, or even sort of like reduce it, actually it can be very easily reduced by deflating our lifestyle. So just go eat restaurant a bit less, cut away the Netflix, cut away the Disney Plus, and like don't take Grab, you know, cut away like the just like take bus or walk everywhere. What else can cut away? Stuff like that lor. So actually we can quite easily reduce this amount to below 3,000 if we want to lah. We are not very extravagant. We work hard, so sometimes we deserve to treat ourselves to something nice. That's it. This is my housing expense breakdown. I'll see you in the next video. Peace!